with core exercises, this is where I and the fitness community as a whole are gonna have a bunch of big fat disagreements probably. I know the fitness community loves sit-ups, crunches, all this shit. To work your core, as I've shown you in the other patterns, you don't need to isolate it. If you're doing something correctly that involves your whole body, compound exercise, you don't really need to isolate your core, like ever. But you can if you want to. Thing is, most people are doing a bit of damage to their back when they do stuff like this. If you want to work your core, please don't bend your spine, okay? As a quick thing, if you ever see someone in the gym doing this, don't ever copy them. This is like 5 pounds, so I'm not actually putting myself in danger, but don't ever do that. Your spine isn't meant to be bent like this and put under load. Don't do that, okay? If you want to increase core strength or what have you, you can do that without bending your spine. For example, with anti-rotation exercises. So this band over here, I'm going to pull it in front of me sufficiently. So right now, the band is pulling my body this way, like quite a bit, right? So me keeping this in front of me, my entire core, which by the way involves your butt and basically everything that's not your extremities in your head, can be kind of considered the core, right? So right now my core is resisting the band pulling me this way. So by doing this, my core is working quite a bit, but my spine is 100% safe. Okay. So what you can also do is have some fun with this too. If you want to add in a squat while you're doing this, your core will be super engaged during this. Add in a lunge doing that if you want to. That's unnecessary, but it can be fun. So something like this will be helpful. What you can also do is do something like a hanging leg lift. You can do this on the floor as well. You can, if you want to lift your legs and go for this, your body kind of supporting and controlling the legs falling downward. It is working the core as well, but you can also do for symmetry and balance, as you can do dead bugs as well. So having the offset weights on your body makes your core work quite a bit. Again, the movement is what matters. So if you want, you can grab a weight. Have some fun with it too, if you want to. The point is, a spine should not really be moving under load when you're doing something core related. And again, you can kind of not even bother with the core movement too, or these anti-movements. They are good for you for sure. But if you're doing all these other movements, push, pull, all this lower body stuff, and you're doing correctly under sufficient load, you don't really need to, do your separate ab day nonsense. You don't need that. You really don't. So just keep that in mind. Keep your spine safe and your core can get worked. Okay. You really don't need to have a separate day for all this shit. Like I never had an ab day in my life, and I have visible abdominals. I still have some bulk from the previous deadlift, but you don't need to do sit-ups. You don't need to do crunches. You don't need to go crazy with that. Just make sure your core is engaged, and then the rest of your body will follow.